In order to manage internal controls, companies need to establish certain accounts so as to monitor where money is being spent. Petty cash is one of them. Petty cash is an account set up in order to have a small amount of money on hand rather than writing a check and making the appropriate entries every time a small purchase such as office supplies is made. This method is obviously far simpler than recording minor transactions as they occur. The three key operations are establishing the fund, making payments from it, and of course replenishing it. The size can vary depending on the business. A restaurant, for example, should expect a reasonably large petty cash fund given the unpredictable nature. To begin with, the fund must be created. This is done by writing a check for an amount deemed necessary, cashing it and recording the entry, as well as entrusting an employee to distribute it. The next process is making payments from the fund. This is done when cash is provided upon request, then a receipt is given, or cash is reimbursed upon receiving a receipt for a purchase made by an employee. At this point in time, no journal entries are necessary. Once the fund has decreased, it must be counted and replenished. Let's say at the end of July, $120 of the $250 remained. A check for $130 would need to be written, replenishing the fund to its original state. But before doing this, a report must be written detailing what has been spent. The following entry increases the expense account and credits cash. This process must be repeated every time the fund is replenished. However, it is very important to note, people are not perfect. Sometimes receipts are forgotten, the wrong change is given, or they may simply take the money for themselves. If the expenses account is less than the amount requested, an entry for cash over and short must be added in order to balance. Let's imagine in the previous example, the employee forgot the receipt for a small postage expense. The receipts would add up to only $122.50, not $130. Cash over and short would subsequently be debited $7.50, balancing the account. Once this entry is done and the amount has been approved, we're ready to start the process all over again. Thank you.